This is a recap for the week. You ready? Get the wax out your ears and listen. Okay, get your coffee because
You're really gonna need it.
Okay, that's how you do it. That's how we're gonna do it. So let's get this party started. Let's do it right with a little bit of intro in the beginning. So get your pencil and your paper ready because you're gonna get a lot of edumacation. All right, so we are looking at a couple things. Let's get to SPX and see. Whoa, it's a lot of mess, a lot of support and resistance, a lot of spaghetti. All right, hold on a second. Let's look at something. Let's look at something. News. All right, we're looking at Meta. Meta made some big moves last week, and we are looking at the, what are we looking at? We're looking at the daily. So we got kind of look like a bullish Armani. So if it breaks this area of 675.83, may be a huge sign that it can definitely go, maybe up to the 680. But we gotta make sure next week we got a lot of things coming in next week. We got let's see, for Monday we got the Toll Brothers call earnings. Then for Tuesday we got the economic data, job openings, labor turnover, JOLTS, November small business, and the National Federation of Independent Business, whatever that means. So then we got the Treasury auction, 10-year Treasury auction, and that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we got the Fed meeting. So we definitely want to make sure we know what time that is. You might want to write it in like a really bright, extra neon green on your calendar because that's a big day. We're talking about the Federal Reserve is expected to cut the interest rates by 0.25%. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're at Central, that'd be 1 o'clock Central. New economic projections will also be released in press conference for Chairman, your boy, Jerome Powell. Will either make the market go parabolic in a bullish way, or it'll be like it just fell off a cliff. It'll be a red day if they don't lower the interest rates. I mean, that's just my take on it. I mean, anything can happen. So earnings, we're going to have Oracle, Adobe, Synopsys, and central banks, Canada interest rates announcement. And Thursday, we got December 11th, we got the earnings for Broadcom, Costco, Sienna, Lululemon, and then we got the 30-year Treasury auction. So you might want to write that down, but if you forgot everything I said, that's okay. Just remember, Wednesday, December 10th at 2 p.m. Eastern or 1 o'clock Central. And if you're on any other time frame, just Google it. Ask Google, hey, you on whatever other time, you just make sure, remember, they're going to announce it at 2 p.m. Eastern time. You do not want to miss that. That's going to be Wednesday, December 10th. All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at Meta. It made some good moves. Then let's see, Tesla. We're going to get away from that. That looks scary. This is pretty clean right here. So let's get on the weekly. What is the weekly saying? Weekly? Monthly? Let's get rid of that. I gotta clean these charts up a little bit more. You could tell I'm always writing or making my little support and resistant lines. So what are we looking at? We're looking at TSM over here. TSM has seemed like it's trying to break this 300 mark. So 300.97. That's an area of, you want to keep that. You want to put we got support right here. We got support at 282 see. Let's get this right here. 282. We got support. I'm way off. Let's fix that. All right, 282, 280. No, that's 285.59. And what was that? The monthly. So in 1 month, it went from 282. Still don't look right. Let's fix that. All right. Sheesh. All right, here we go. All right. In 1 month, it went from 285.59 all the way up to 296.82. What you think about that? What you think about that? That's a good sign right there, right? So we're gonna do another one from the previous month. Do at 266.96. I doubt if it goes down that low unless something major happens with the economy, maybe a recession. We better not say that word, huh? But let's keep an eye on these major key levels, because that's what you want to see if the price breaks. If it breaks that area of support or resistance, you might have something. You might have a nice clean price action day. What are we looking at? We're looking at let's see, Circle Internet, and then we got let's see, Bitcoin is sitting at 89,000. What is Bitcoin doing? Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. So everybody, let's clean this up a little bit. So Bitcoin is making on the monthly. Let's see. Look at all these triple, quadruple tops over here. It tried to break here, and it just gave up and it just took a dump. So it went from 110 all the way down to 89. So right now it's like sitting at it went from 90 and then to 89. So now we got a doji. You know what dojis mean? Indecision. Now let's look at the volume. We got rising sell volume. Then we got more rising sell volume. Then we got some more volume, but this one's not done yet because the month is still creating that December. We got to finish the month off to see what this volume does. But if you see, look at all this. Let's see. Let's make a line here. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Let's go back right here. Let's make a line. So at negative 21,317. So we got some good bullish volume right here, and then it just kind of settled down, and when it got a big bounce. I mean, what is that? That's 109.13 thousand for that month of November. And we got December. Let's see, that's 2,000. I think that, yeah, that's 2,000. That's 2024. So that's not looking too good for Mr. Bitcoin over here, but it broke. Well, it's chilling at the VWAP. Anything can happen. I mean, anything can happen. So Bitcoin price dropped to 84,000 on December 1st, rebounded to 94,000, and now at 89,000. So, we got the technical indicators saying sell. So, we got the weekly performance at 1.29% in the red, 11.48% for the monthly. And those are all negatives. And let's see what we got here. We got the day range. Day range anywhere from 89,204 to 89,797. So anything can happen. Let's go to the weekly. Let's see what the weekly's saying. Weekly, Let's go back to the monthly. Let's see. So we got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. That is a higher low. So I mean, it ain't like it broke this area over here. So hey, it might just be doing like a real strong retracement. I mean, I don't know. All right, let's go to the daily, and we'll look at the daily, and let's see what we're looking at. All right, you see right here on the daily, it did a head, shoulder, lower shoulder, and it retested right there. And see a big old red line. Look at that. Head, shoulder, head, shoulder, then a retest. It did another baby shoulder, then a big shoulder, then another shoulder, then it retested over here, and then it just took a dump. So, and that was all within, let's see, from September all the way to November. It was doing its little, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, in November 11th, that's when it took that major dump. So something right here spooked it. Whatever it was, I don't know. I mean, I kind of do and I kind of don't. So it's a little complicated to really explain it. You got to do your own personal due diligence to kind of, understand. It's something to do with acquiring, like putting connections with the Bitcoin to the, I think you can connect assets to your Bitcoin wallet or something like that. But it's gonna be more technical. Ask your boy ChatGPT to explain it for you in 4 paragraphs of full context, and he'll definitely do it for you. So let's see what else we're looking at. All right. Oracle. What is Oracle? What is Oracle doing? This is Oracle on a daily. Let's go to the monthly. Oracle on the monthly. What are we looking at?
What are we looking at over here?
All right, we are looking at a lot of, so it's a monthly. Let's go to weekly. All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So this candle right here, this is looking like a morning star. That right there is a morning star. Look at that volume. It's at 101 million traded in that week, and then we got on that week we got a 99.7 million, and we got a bottom tail. That means the buyers are stronger than the sellers. Even though that tail on the top is still, you might get at your micrometer. It's but you can definitely tell. Is it 220.25 from 217.86, and then right here is 200.67 to 195.90. Go back to the video, get your calculator out, see the price difference, and you'll know definitely what's stronger, the buyers or the sellers. It looks healthy, that candle. It's a pretty healthy candle. So let's see. Let's get on the daily. daily doing? Daily, 4 hour, 4 hour. I mean, we got, what do we have here? We got a nice, it's rounding up pretty good. So if it can break this area right here, I mean, 234, that's definitely a nice area of, you know, the break. That's a nice support. And we got a resistance for sure right here on the bottom at 201.93, and we can mark it out. So let's see what happens. I mean, just put 2 alarms, just let it do its thing. You can't force a trade. You just got to sit back like the spider. I mean, make the web, let the insects come to you. All right, put your support and resistance, make your alarms. Let the market do its thing. Let the money come to you. Let it fall in your lap. Don't go chasing after it. Your quality will take care of the rest. You know, the quality of your system, whatever system you have. You know, remember, trading is 90% psychology, patience, discipline, and just 10%. You know, it's just 10% of knowing. You know, what's the support, what's the resistance. You know, it's telling you what it's doing. I mean, it went up here, then it went down, and then it's trying to go up. So I mean, just look at it, and then you just wait. You know, what are these candles right here? You know, you got some nice candles. Got a little bit of a doji over here. Almost look like it's trying to make a morning star, but that candle's not that healthy. What's the volume doing? You got a little bitty volume. You know, you got 1.61 million for that 4 hour. That's only a 4 hour though. Now, that is the end of day, so I guess that's, you can't really go by that. Get back on the daily. So that one candle right there, you got 24.21 million. And over here you got for that one day, you got 23.32. Here's the volume right here. All right. Volume for that one day is 24.21 million. And over here you got 23.32 million. So what are we looking at? We look at the volume. Look at this volume. I mean, to see these nice price jumps, of course, that's before market hours to get that big leap. Yeah, that'd be nice to catch that during all markets open. Remember that the S&P does some of the biggest price jumps after hours, before market hours, and then that's what happens. All right, let's see. Let's go to Robinhood. What is Robinhood doing? Robinhood. See what the hood is doing. All right, Robinhood made a double top. It made a support right here at 125.41. Broke, dropped, went down to 106, and it's at 136 right now. So, if it can break, set it high. If it can break 153, it might go to the moon. It might go to 160, 180. It might go to 200. I don't know. Let's see. What is it? Let's see. All right, buy income quarterly. All right, quarterly. Boom, 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 boom. So we went every quarter. We had revenue 643 million, net income 150 million. All right, and let's see. Fourth quarter is revenue is 1 billion, 1.1 billion, and net income is 916 million. All right, so let's see, that was 2024. All right, first quarter of 2025, we got 933 million for revenue, and for net income, we're talking about the net 336 million. So Robinhood's killing it right now when it comes to cash flow. I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, look, revenue, 997 million for revenue. Net income, 386 million. All right. Man, Robinhood is definitely something to look at. Revenue, third quarter, 1.28 billion. Net income. What are we looking at? 556 million. Robinhood is on fire. I'm talking about on a good way. I didn't think Robinhood has never paid dividends. All right, so we go back to annually. Look at these numbers. Look at it went from 958 million revenue in 2020 to net income 285 million. Now in 2021, 1.84 billion, net income negative 3.69 billion. So they went in a hole there. They went in a hole in 2021. 2022, they still 1.38 billion revenue, net income 1.3 billion. All right, now 2023, revenue 1.89 billion, net income negative 541 million. All right, so they were in the hole for all this time, and all of a sudden in 2024, revenue 2.98 billion, net income 1.41 billion.
$41 billion.
That's a lot of money. So definitely keep your eye on this net income, revenue and net income. If it keeps on growing, can we get a line on this thing? Let's see if we can put a line on it. No, that is just that's phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can't get no better. I mean, that's very impressive. Very impressive. That blew my mind. All right, so SMX. Look at this. They had some people get really rich over the week. We went from, let's see, what is this, daily? We went from Wednesday, let's see, Tuesday, Monday. All right, Monday, how much was that? Let's see. Monday. Ooh, wow. Is that even real? I mean, is that SMX? It went from $5.10 all the way to $17 on let's see. And get my days wrong. Let's see. Let's go back over here. This is Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday. Where's Thursday at? Wednesday. This is daily, right? I don't know what happened to Thursday. I guess that disappears. Anyways, we got Wednesday, and we got Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Look at this. Look at this jump. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, $331. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up. I mean, look at this. Look at these numbers. $5.10. Hold on a second. We're seeing something here. We did a stock split. Let's see. They did a more SMX Financial. We did a 1-to-8 split. So if you have one share, 1-to-8, that means, let's see, ownership, free float, capital structure. Where's their income statements? Let's see, financial health, short-term, long-term, annual, short-term, assets, liabilities. We got 4.34 million in assets, liabilities. They got 20.80 million. What do we have here? Assets. Long-term, short-term, then long-term, they got 39.19 million. And then now you got 330.
$7,000.
So that's, let's see, semi-annual, 37 million assets, Long-term liability, 365,000. Yep. All right. H1, H2. Financial health. What is the financial health? Debt. Free cash flow. All right, we're looking at free cash flow. Free cash flow. All right. Am I looking at this right? It's showing a negative for free cash flow. Let's do annual. Free cash flow. I don't see free cash flow. All right, cash debt, 0. We got 0 debt for 2021. Free cash flow, negative 406,000. That's for 2021. Cash equivalents, 1.42 million. Now we're in 2023. Debt, 4.08 million. Free cash flow, negative 12.54 million. Cash flow equivalents, 168,000. Debt, 5.97 million. Free cash flow, negative 11.34 million. Cash equivalents, 2.34 million. All right, let's see. What else can we find here? I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Statements, statistics, dividends, earnings, revenue. Dividends, statements. All right, what do we taxes? Operating income, gross profit, total revenue, average basic shares outstanding. All right, what else we got here? Preferred dividends, dilution adjustment. All right, net income, negative 33 million. See, H1, H2. Seeing a lot of negatives over here. So, yeah. I mean, hey, you just seen it. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Okay, anyways. That's something you might want to take a picture of and put it on your wall. That's the kind of stuff that changes people's lives. This right here. While everybody's chasing, you know, the crypto. I mean, crypto does this too. I mean, just getting at the right place at the right time. Look at this volume. This one day, they traded 22.83 million. All right, let's go over here real quick. All right, we're going to go to free float, and let's see right here. We got, it's saying it has 464.86. I want to say that's 1,000 shares. I don't think that's right, but hey, I mean, whenever you got a low supply and a high demand, look at this volume. That one day we traded 22 million. 22. Hold on a second. That's strange, ain't it? 22 million.83. Then we got 22 million.54. Then we got 3.3 million. Then we got 6.33 million. Then we got 2.89 million. Then we got 6.55 million shares that were traded Thursday, December 2025. All right, so we got here. We got
3.91 million.
That's a lot of money.
Okay, so that is a lot of somebody got a lot of moolah. Okay, let's go to iRobot. iRobot, it did a pretty decent move. I mean, it went from $1 to like 369. I mean, that's nothing spectacular, but hey, that's a pretty decent move. All right, so what else we got? TWNP. That's nothing to look at. TGL. All right, let's look at Intel. I heard Intel had something. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Let's get rid of that. so put a little support right here. Resistance on the daily. Nice little fat red line. Boom. Always remember, it's good to look at multiple time frame alignments, but the price is always the same on all time frames. Don't get so, uptight about, trying to perfect your multiple time frame alignment, even though it's nice. If you can, get all time frames, 2 or 3, maybe the hourly, the daily, and the 5 minute, or the 15 minute and the 1 hour. I don't know, just something, more confirmations you have, it makes you get in feeling more confident. You definitely want to grade yourself as in these quality setups that you're looking at. So let's put an alarm right here. All right, we got one alarm. Let's look at let's see what else we're looking at. Look at Tesla. All right, don't look at my spaghetti noodles. I've been trading a lot of Teslas, so I've been supporting every area of resistance and support. Matter of fact, I see one right now. I'm gonna have to put another line. I got you. Hey, this is Tesla was running strong beginning of this month. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it's kind of slowing down. It was doing $20 price moves in the beginning of the month. Nice fat paydays. It's nice whenever it moves. 10, 20 in one day. Some of these other companies like looking at paint dry.
Like looking at the sky without nothing moving, you know what I mean?
That's just how it is. Some days are good and some days are just sideways trading. Just like that.
So let's keep it simple. I think this video is a little too long right now. So I'm gonna cut it short. And just remember, we got next Wednesday, December 10th. Don't forget about your boy Jerome Powell. He's going to be speaking. Get your popcorn ready and keep that button on the, you might not want to trade until after that, or if you do trade, you might want to, put a stop loss or something, or sell, stop loss or sell before he announces that, because the market will definitely react. You got a lot of money, you got a lot of people waiting for that day, and that can be a really, big money day for you if you play your timing right. You can make the perfect entry, but be off by 5 minutes and lose a lot of money, or you can make the perfect entry and be right on the timing and make a lot of money. So just make sure you start. Let's see, Tesla has fallen from the top 7 large cap stocks as focus shifts to its robo-taxi efforts, while Alphabet Waymo is recognized as a top competitor in the market. Waymo. I think Waymo got a couple million miles. I think it runs off LiDAR, radar, and cameras.
LiDAR, radar, and your
Cameras, homie G.
So they got some tech. Looking like something that came out of the RoboCop movie. It's nothing, spectacular, but hey, the car's driving by itself, and it only had like 2 small incidents within that, 1 or 2 million mile, taxi, whatever it's doing, driving people to wherever they want to go. But anyways, let's see what else we got here. Matter of fact, let's put in Google. Put in Alphabet. Let's see what it's doing. We're at 322 right now. Alphabet's moving pretty strong. So what are we on a daily? It looked like it made a little bit of a doji. And you see that top and tail? That top and tail is way longer than that bottom tail. So you seen them sellers, they took a lot of profit. Let's put an alarm right there. What number is that? 458.85. Let's put an alarm.
And let's keep an eye on that bad boy. You hear?
Because that's how we make that money.
But let's keep this interesting. Don't y'all fall asleep on me now. Get your coffee. I'm just joking. About to cut it quits pretty soon. What else we got? We got Google, AMD. AMD look like it been going sideways. I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time. I mean, I remember AMD a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, it made some massive moves. Like it did like $30 in one day. That was real good. But right now it seemed like it's see, you see how it went from like 203 all the way. Wow. Am I looking at this right? 203 all the way to 258, 260. And look at all these. Look at the shooting star, the hammer, you know, the doji. And we got the Armani. The Armani ate the little green guy like Pac-Man. Then we got let's see, what's the volume doing? And then after it did that double top, see the double top, there's one top, two top, and right here at 231, 230.96, it broke that neckline. Huge. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. It sold massively. What was the volume? All right, on that one day, it went 37 million, 45 million, 52 million. These people getting out. 66 million. People selling. 67 million. Look at that. Then all of a sudden, started going back up. That's powerful. When you look at these higher time frames, you can see a lot. You can see a lot of what's about to happen. So it's always good to, look at your time. At least look at the daily. I mean, look at all of this. If you would have just, you can kind of tell what's about to move, what is about to do. Like right here, what day was that? November, Friday. So Monday, Tuesday's telling you, hey, Wednesday's going to go down. Wednesday's telling you, hey, Thursday is going to go down because it broke the neckline. You're on high time frames. You're on a daily. You can get on a weekly. I mean, but what can you see there? I don't see nothing. How about the monthly? Yeah, I don't see nothing. I mean, but on the daily, I mean, every stock's gonna be different. I mean, sometimes on the weekly, it might give you, the story. You're just trying to figure out the story. You're trying to figure out the story on a monthly. Definitely start with the monthly, weekly. I don't use monthly too much, but the weekly, try the weekly and see if it tells you. Because sometimes these can be weekly candles, and it can do the same thing. That could be 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, and it's making a head and shoulder or a double top or a inverse head and shoulder or a double bottom. This is a double bottom. It's a double bottom neckline. Boom. Did it break? It's kind of consolidating right here. So it's consolidating between the 213.48 all the way up to the 221.96. It's consolidation. That's, what is this? Daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 days of AMD consolidating, not doing nothing. I mean, why would you want to trade this stock? Maybe Friday I can see, it went up. Let's see. It went from 213 to 218. So yeah. And then Tuesday, 213 to 219. Well, hey, those are nice little moves. 214, 222, 211, 217. So yeah, I mean, that is, people still made money if they played their cards right, but you just got to be careful because, you buy a call option or you bought a bunch of shares, trying to make, money in a day, and that sucker, nosedives, so it's telling you, it's consolidating. It's consolidating on the daily, but these are still, let's see, this one day right here, 216 all the way. Can't really tell. I think it went up to 223. So I mean, yeah, so now let's get on the hourly. Let's see what it really did. So let's get on the 1 minute. No, let's get on the 15 minute. Yeah, 15 minutes. So Friday it went from, Friday it went from 218, took a nosedive, 215, took off. It did Rocket Man. It went to 223. 223. Huge wick up with some volume. Look at that. Boom. See, so the 15 minutes telling you the story right here. It's telling you the story. 15 minutes telling you top and tails. Boom. Put an area right there of you wanted to respect that area. So you know, if you would have bought a put right here at 9:30 a.m. Friday, you could have made money from 221 all the way down to like 216. You would have caught a real nice move. And after that, you know, just if it starts going up, sell. But yeah. All right, so what else we got here? Look at all that volume. Man, that's crazy. 42, 1.4. Jeez. 1 million, 2. How much volume did they trade that day? Let's see, what, AMD? Where you at, AMD? Bring it to the bottom. AMD, 33.29 million. So 32. Plug this in. My mouse is lighting up red. That's not good, is it? So these wireless devices are nice when the battery has juice, but when the battery starts dying, that ain't good. All right, here we go. We plugged in now. We're good. So anyways.
What do we have here? We're still looking.
That's some price action. Uppity up, down, down, down. Uppity up, down, down, down. Uppity up, down, down, dooey, doo dookie. Here we go, Luigi. Boom! In your face.
So let's get this party started. All right, so we're about to call this quits. I think we got enough. We're gonna do another video tomorrow. This is for all educational purposes, you know, something to just think about. Write your notes down. You might see something I didn't see. Put it in the comments. Y'all help each other out. Stop hating on one another and start helping one another. You know, that's how people grow. If you catch yourself talking bad about somebody else before you talk bad about that person, you might want to look at yourself in the mirror and judge yourself. I'm just being real with you, you know. If you're a multi-millionaire and it's working for you, hey, I guess you're doing a good job. But if you still ain't made it to you want to be if you still haven't made it to where you want to be in life, you might want to take a reality check, you know. And it's nothing to hurt your confidence. It's just something that, you know, we got a new year.
We got a new year.
And we got to be proactive.
All right, proactive. We don't want to be reactive. We want to be proactive. We want to be on top of the game, you know. So what is Albert Einstein's definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. All right, whoever qualifies for that, you know, you might want to raise your hand, you know. And if you're proud of it, hey, more power to you. You know, hey, you should never judge nobody but yourself. So whoever want to help one another, put in comments, you know, what kind of indicators are you using? What kind of books are you reading? You know, what kind of goals do you have? Okay, here's a good one. Here's the goals. You got goals? All right, what are your habits? Are they lining up? If they're not lining up, you just lying to the person that you see in the mirror. So you want to make sure that your goals are lining up to whatever your habits and your goals should be like right there. If it's like north and south and east and west, hey, I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, it don't work that way. You got to line up your habits with your goals set. You got a new year, destroy the old you, recreate a better one. And we're gonna end this video with a little bit of intro. Let me see. Let me find my intro. That's the intro. All right.
That's how we doing it here.
You're here.
So
Leave a positive comment. If you want to be negative, hey, do what you do, you know. But If you read any good books, leave them in the comments. If you got anything that you seen in the, price action, leave it in the comments. Help each other. Somehow, this is gonna be everybody. We're gonna try to make it to the we're not gonna try. We're gonna make it to the $1 million level by the end of 2026, December. This time, this month, but in next year, everybody that's taking this channel serious and just helping each other in the comments and just being proactive, not reactive, optimistic, not pessimistic, you guys will be future millionaires. And every day, do something that's making that ladder longer and taller. And all that small stuff will compound, good or bad. So just make sure. And there's a good book, by the way, called Atomic Habits. Check it out. If you don't like to read, audiobook. You don't like to listen, can't help you. But y'all have a good day. Subscribe to this channel, and like. Send it to your grandma, send it to your sister, your mother, your uncle. If you're not gonna watch it, put it on play, let your dog watch it. Maybe he'll stop barking. All right, so y'all have a good night. Peace.
That's how we do it. Goodbye.